wildest revenge you've ever gotten on your cheating partner? It all started with the most humiliating night of his life. Good evening, everyone. I'm here tonight to talk about someone very special to me. Someone whose loyalty and honesty have shaped our relationship in ways I never expected. 300 faces stared back at me from the hotel ballroom. My boyfriend, Ben, sat at the front table, his company badge glinting under the spotlights, completely unaware of what I was about to unleash. His boss nodded encouragingly from the next table over. The annual award ceremony was in full swing, and I'd convinced the event organizers to let me give a special appreciation speech for my devoted boyfriend. Ben smiled that charming smile that had fooled me for months. He had no idea I knew about Rebecca. He had no idea I'd spent weeks planning this moment, crafting every word to maximum effect. The crowd leaned in, expecting a typical sappy girlfriend tribute. Ben Crawford has been in my life for 2 years, I continued, watching his face for any flicker of concern. And in that time, he's shown me exactly who he really is. His dedication to his work here is remarkable. He stays late so many nights, puts in weekend hours, always texting about projects. A few people nodded knowingly. Ben's coworkers probably thought he was as committed as I'd been led to believe. His communication skills are truly something to behold. Ben can make anyone believe anything he says. He's mastered the art of making people feel special, valued, chosen. My voice carried perfectly through the sound system. He has this incredible ability to compartmentalize his life, to make each person feel like they're the only one that matters. Ben's smile faltered slightly. Maybe he was picking up on something in my tone. Either way, I pressed on. Which brings me to tonight's real purpose, I said, gripping the microphone stand. I wanted to share our story with all of Ben's colleagues, the people who know him best professionally, because I've learned that Ben brings the same creativity to his personal relationships that he does to his work projects. The room stayed quiet. Polite attention still focused my way. Ben shifted in his chair, but he was trapped by social convention. Walking out during his girlfriend's speech would look terrible. You see, Ben has this amazing talent for multitasking, for managing multiple projects simultaneously. And I have to admire his organizational skills, keeping track of different schedules, different commitments, different promises to different people. That's when I saw her, fourth table back, blonde hair catching the light, wearing a navy dress I recognized from Ben's Instagram stories. Rebecca from accounting, the same Rebecca whose name kept popping up in conversations. She was watching me with growing confusion. Ben, sweetheart, could you stand up? I asked sweetly. I want everyone to see the man I'm talking about. He stood slowly, his public persona still intact but his eyes showing the first real hint of panic. 300 people turned to look at him, including Rebecca, who was staring directly at his face now. And that's when everything went sideways in the most beautiful way possible. Excuse me, Rebecca called out, her voice carrying across the quiet room. She was standing now, her face flushed but determined. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I think there's been some kind of mistake. The entire ballroom turned toward her. You could hear a pin drop. Ben's face went completely white. I think there's been a misunderstanding, Rebecca continued, her voice growing stronger, because I thought Ben was dating me. The silence that followed was deafening. 300 people sat frozen, their heads turning back and forth between Rebecca, Ben, and me, like they were watching a tennis match. Ben stood there looking like he wanted the floor to swallow him whole. His boss's mouth actually fell open. I couldn't have scripted it better myself. All those weeks of planning elaborate revenge, and she'd just handed me the perfect moment on a silver platter. Ben's double life was imploding in real time, in front of everyone who mattered in his professional world. Full story on my channel below.